Hello and welcome back to Access. Welcome back to Access Granted.
Yeah, man.
And welcome to 2017.
It's a new year.
On the 9th of January, but now is when 2017 begins.
Exactly.
With us back on the channel, Nath.
I know. We both had haircuts.
In December I did.
We didn't get together.
No, that'd be weird. Did you have a nice Christmas break?
Oh, yeah. I didn't do anything at all. Watched loads of movies, played some games.
Played Skyrim quite badly. We'll get to that.
Thanks, man.
It's great, isn't it? 2017. I'm feeling good about this year. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling positive.
There are plans.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good year.
Have you got any New Year's resolutions I've written down to ask you that?
No, I'm running a half marathon in March, so that should help kickstart my general life resolutions of eating less and exercising more.
Yeah.
So it's nice when you're coming up to a race like that you put yourself down for, because you eat less because you want less of you to carry around.
That's true.
Yeah,
well that's the plan. I did a half marathon last year and I'm not sure I did eat less. But I wished about halfway around that I had.
Pretty adamant this year that you weren't going to do it again as well. So that's a shame.
Because I didn't enjoy it.
That's a shame. What about you, man?
My New Year's resolution, I always have this one, which is just be better.
Right.
Because I think I don't want to get into nitty gritty. Like there's lots of areas of my life I could just just tweak, just be better. Yeah. And also, my other New Year's resolution is to make Access Granted better this year.
I know, man. We really are. I think we started off with the best of intentions, obviously. We like having a show where we're able to kind of talk to you guys about the feedback, reading your comments, giving kind of a platform for you to tell us what you think about the content. But I feel like it's sometimes when we get busy, then we don't make it as good as it could be.
The first to suffer.
Yeah.
But we've got quite a lot of ideas, and so this year, not today, this year is when Access
later.
It's going to come into its own.
Again, Dave, it's the details.
Exactly.
It'll be better in a bit.
Yeah, but let's start with old style Access Granted.
Okay. Squad goals.
No, not that old.
Good.
Comments of the week.
It's time for comments of the week.
Although, Nath, having said that,
right,
it is a bit different this week because I've got very few comments.
Right.
I thought we were going to talk a little bit more about themes because it's been a few weeks. We've been on for a few weeks, and there were two big things that happened over Christmas in terms of videos for us. The first of them was Nathan the Christmas Elf.
And the challenge is on this very chair. I've not been sat in this chair since we filmed it.
Which, I've got to be honest, I really enjoyed making.
I enjoyed doing, and I wanted a chance to play some Skyrim. I never played it before. I don't know if you guys noticed that I hadn't played it before. It's funny as well because I think we've done Let's Plays before. We haven't done loads of them on the channel, but we did an Outlast one with you a couple of years ago. And me and Rob tried to give you a hard time, partly because you were scared.
Yes.
And I feel like Rob's maybe only got one gig because he gave me exactly the sort of hard time when it was supposed to be like a fun Skyrim challenge. And I felt in myself, and some people pointed out that I think there was one video in particular got a bit mad. He was like really on, he was riding me pretty hard. Yeah. And then there was a little bit of tension in the room. And it's nice to see that reflected, and the comments picked it up, man.
Well, it's funny you should say that because, I said we've not many comments this time, more based around themes. I think this little conversation that I've picked up on here sums it up perfectly, where basically Wadoucheful is saying how frustrated he's been by this Let's Play and how he's been robbed the whole time. And someone else replies saying, micromanaging the whole thing, acting like an expert, and then getting things blatantly wrong. Which I think
that was my experience.
I think both Rob and I did do, and I think Stay H has summed it up perfectly at the end here by saying, "I'm certain that Nathan, if left to play Skyrim in his own way without being badgered by his colleagues, would likely have done better. It wouldn't have been half as funny though."
No, I think that's probably true.
So I think that's the truth of it, isn't it? That's the balance. It was it's not fair on you.
No.
Nathan's experience of Skyrim is literally what you saw on the channel.
It's pretty full on. There was a comment that pointed out, it's like, you want this guy to be good, but you have literally seen every minute of this game that he's ever played. Yeah. Which is true.
Although there was that bit when you went and got your first shout, which wasn't in the video.
Yeah,
I watched, and it wasn't that good. The other big thing. Oh, actually, sorry. Before that, what was your favourite challenge? I wanted to ask you.
I really wish I'd done that we hadn't been so unfortunate with the murder challenge.
Right.
Because that was quite an exciting one for me. I just played loads of Dishonored. I was so up for that. Yeah. I was so up for being sneaky and picking the locks and going in, and we obviously accidentally chose the house of people who were, for narrative reasons, unkillable. So that was a bit of a shame. But that was one of the more devious ones, and I enjoyed that.
My favourite one, I think, not the actual challenge, but my favourite kind of thing that happened, I guess, was killing the bard. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed stalking the bard.
Why were we killing
from
him?
the ceiling? Just because Rob wrote that challenge. It was part of the final.
Right,
it was part of the final was
yeah.
to kill the bard.
That
I thought that was great fun.
I got him, didn't I?
You got him.
I've forgotten everything.
But it didn't go that well. That was my favourite.
To run away. Yeah, I remember now.
Also, the big kind of takeaway from the Skyrim Let's Play was, please keep doing the Skyrim Let's Play.
I know. Yeah, we've talked about this, haven't we?
Yeah, and it's,
might do.
We might do. I think rather than it being a constant ongoing thing, maybe we'll return for like a second series.
2017 might be the year of Nathan the Christmas elf popping up at Valentine's Day.
And maybe other famous
Easter.
holidays around
Who
there. Yeah,
knows?
exactly.
The equinox.
Some ideas, Nath, that people had for possible challenges. I wanted to just get your kind of very quick opinion on these. Get married?
Yes. Although
I don't know anything about that.
I think action, is I don't know anything about it either. But
yeah, with that I don't know. Become the leader of a guild. That could be a good one.
that. I like that idea. Story heavy though.
Punch a giant to death.
I mean, that seems like quite a high level endeavour.
Yeah,
doesn't it? But I'm up for that.
Learn all the shouts. I think that would have to be like an overall.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. Complete the Daedric quests, which I saw a few times. Which again, that'll be its own little storyline maybe. Assassinating specific NPCs.
See, that seems to me like that's a good one.
And we could give you like, you have to use this weapon.
Yeah.
Or kill a dragon whilst naked. That's another one that popped up. Is that even possible? Naked? I
don't know, man. You'd
have to just one arrow and then back behind the rocks. It would take a couple of hours. But, some potential there. So maybe we'll see Nathan the Christmas elf return for other famous holidays throughout the year. I don't feel like we're done with him just yet.
Could write a letter to him at the North Pole. Say, please come back.
Yeah.
Nathan the Christmas elf.
We can only ask. That's what we can do. The other big video for us over the Christmas period was our 20 games you must play.
We do that one every year.
In 2017.
Obviously it's different every year.
And
with different games.
As is to be expected in the comments, most people putting their own lists and asking us why we'd missed off there.
We did explain that quite
most
early
of the games,
in the video, didn't we?
And the comments, as always is the case, seems to take care of themselves.
Right.
Someone will say this, someone else will say they've addressed this.
We can't say, if a game isn't confirmed for 2017, we can't say that it might be here.
But here are some that are confirmed for 2017 that didn't make the list.
All right.
How bad and I don't really know what I'm asking you to do here. Just to acknowledge
I will react.
Kingdom Hearts 2.8. That's really popular.
I know, man. Do you know, one of the first times that Rob ever came across me was I wrote the review for Kingdom Hearts 2 for Official PlayStation Magazine when I first worked there, 2004, 2005, and he read it and he was furiously, it was an 8 out of 10, and he's held that grudge against me
ever since.
So I just think it's fine.
That's why he was that way in the Skyrim Let's Play. That's what it was.
Yeah, and the rest of time. I must
admit, I played Kingdom Hearts 2.8 at Eurogamer Expo, and I really enjoyed it. It looks lovely.
It does look lovely, and I like the whole fiction, and I like the two worlds colliding. It's a really hard game, I think, to just pick up and play. You have to love everything it's doing, and then the integration of those worlds. And it's not my favourite sort of game.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's coming out in January, so it's
I'm surprised that Rob didn't put.
It's really soon. I know. Well, we'll have to question about that.
Because he's so busy thinking about Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yakuza Zero.
I know, this is maybe an oversight, but maybe one we're about to fix. Holly's been playing it.
She's been playing it.
So we're going to try and get some of it on the
look
channel.
out for that on the channel. For Honor, which actually I am really excited about. That's not on the list.
Isn't it on the list?
The thing is, once you commit to 20, you have to make some...
There's a... I'm not sure that's been announced. We might be doing something on For Honor.
Let's hope so. Ukulele.
Wow.
A lot of excitement around ukulele.
I know, we've done that quite a few times.
And we went to visit their studio.
And does very well. Well, we can't go back again.
I'm excited about it now. South Park.
Yeah.
The Fractured Butthole.
I know.
Which is going to be fantastic.
It is good. That's all I'm going to say.
Injustice 2. A lot of excitement about Injustice 2.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that wasn't on my radar, and then we did the presentation at EGX, and I was like, okay.
And a game that wasn't on my radar, but I've since played and now definitely is Sniper Elite 4.
I know. Well,
which Nathan and I...
we put that list together before we went and played it, didn't we?
That's right. We've played, and we're going to have some content coming up for Sniper Elite 4 very soon.
Lots of shooting.
And it's fair to say we're both excited about that.
I think because we played a tiny bit way back in the day, Sniper Elite 2, and it was like clearly a game, a work in progress. 3 was much better. We did some of that on the channel. We actually had some pretty good fun with it. before, and again, it's come on again. There's more polish to it. There's more kind of sense of freedom, and if you really take your time with it and get to learn the systems, I think it's going to be really good fun. And we're going to be showing you exactly how much fun in some videos that are up soon.
That's right. More on that later. Now, time for a confession, Nath.
Okay.
Not a gaming confession.
Okay.
The confession is that we don't have any one-on-onesie this week.
No, we don't. We don't have anything to play. We should have just done some more Gang Beasts. I've just realised.
Too
But
late
anyway,
for that.
Sorry.
Which we're very sorry about, but we will be rectifying that next week and next access granted.
And do you know what? You guys know what kind of games that we like to play on one-on-onesie. So if you have seen any which come up, because we try and keep on top of like smaller indie releases or fun stuff. But if you've seen any you think would be good, give us a shout, or a mode in another game, you know, like a bigger game or whatever.
Yeah, always put your ideas in the comments.
We read literally all of the comments.
That's true.
We can't always reply and we can't pick all of them out, but when we are going through in access granted, we read every single comment. It takes ages.
So no one-on-onesie this week, but that means that right now it's time for the first of the year.
What?
They've got the skills to know when it's time to watch our next video. They're the ones we love. 301 Club. Better than the comments above. 301.
So yeah, first of the year, the 301 Club. We asked last December, Rob and I, for your New Year's gaming resolutions.
Makes sense.
Now, first up is Sigoki with an honourable mention because he didn't put 301 Club in his comment, who says gaming resolution: I will not spam nice shot at anyone in Rocket League, which I can totally get behind.
I don't understand Rocket League, but that sounds terrible.
Well, I'm sure you can understand that nice shot has become sarcastic. But the thing is, I tend to just use it when I really mean it.
Right.
But I still am very aware that they could be reading it as sarcasm.
There should be a nice shot, and then I really mean it afterwards.
Yeah, but then that would just become.
I can't see that being
layers of no, I really mean it.
No, I really mean it.
No, I mean it. Well done, nice shot. So that was just an honourable mention. Shamir Mirza, he took a different tack and gave each of us resolutions.
Okay. Wait.
Resolution for Rob to use a number other than 7 in his Friday feature, which sounds great, but you know he'll just go for 6.
Also, I think there is a
entry.
psychological reason we use 7, isn't it? It's because it's less than 10, so it doesn't take ages.
Yeah.
Even numbers don't do as well in list features on the internet as odd numbers. I bet you didn't know that.
Wow.
And I think that prime numbers do better as well.
Is that right?
That's why if you do, there was a viral video on Facebook, but they come around every now and again where someone gives you 2 sums, which normally I think add up to the other 2 candidates for this number, and
always
then
ends up with 9.
What am I thinking of? It actually always, well, if they do it, they can do it so it ends up with 7.
Right.
Anyway, it's a nice, attractive number. It's why it's a lot of people's
lucky number.
Lucky number. It's always been my lucky number. I've never
Mine
really
too.
understood why.
Who knows what a lucky number is, but it's 7.
7,
so,
yeah, exactly.
But
so
the
actual. Not going to do that. I'm sorry, man.
Oh wait, there's more. I didn't read out his other. So mine, Dave, to keep his human rights and not play horrors, which I am well behind.
Where's this coming up?
Thank you, Shamir. And then Nath, to be on access granted more.
Really?
At the end of last year, you were a bit lax. You were out and about. Don't know, Rob was in.
What I was doing.
The people were loving it. Rob was here.
Yeah, I know.
But not Shamir. He missed you. So,
okay.
But that
Thanks, man. I thought he was going to be, stop shouting, or that's it, really.
No, they're all quite positive, but
nice.
Still not the king of 301 Club, because this month the first king of 2017 is James Bradley with 301, possibly my first YouTube comment. My gaming resolution is not to buy another game until I finish the one I'm currently playing. I get too distracted and want to play 100 things at once until I'm rubbish at all of them and leave everything uncompleted. Merry Christmas, yo, and see you in the new year.
I want to know what he's currently playing.
I can just relate to that so bad.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so bad for just playing, I played very few games over Christmas. I had such a massive pile of shame that I was prepared to really attack.
Yeah.
And in the end, I just played Battlefield 1. And I loved every minute of it, but
I've played almost nothing but Dishonored for months. I can't, I know exactly. And also, the psychology of it affects what I choose to play next, because I really wanted to play Dark Souls 3. It's one of the games I was looking forward to more than anything. Not even started it yet, because I know that once I'm in,
that's a commitment.
I won't have time to play anything else for ages.
Or you'll do what I do, which James is talking about, where after sort of your 10 hours in,
I want to play this.
There's what's this new game? Maybe I just dip in. And then you're out. That's what happens. So James, for that very well observed New Year's resolution, I crown you the king of 301 Club and the only king of 2017 so far. Congratulations on your rule. Which only leaves us to talk about what's coming up this week.
I'm going to try and remember. It's written down on a piece of paper over there.
The first big thing is Gravity Rush 2.
Yes, that's tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
So Gravity Rush 2 is a game which, I played a little bit of Gravity Rush on the PlayStation Vita. Didn't get a chance to play any of the remaster version on PlayStation 4. We did have a video about it. You learnt about it at PSX. No, at Paris Games Week in 2015.
Blimey.
I know. But I played quite a lot of Gravity Rush 2.
You've played an awful lot of it.
And it's so nice when you get because we've had a bit of a quiet start to the year, so I've played more of it than we perhaps normally get to play games. And I really enjoy it. And there are things which have come out which have surprised me about it, which I didn't necessarily think that this particular game would be doing this well. And we're going to make a couple of videos showing you them. So
yeah, so that'll be good.
Watch out for that.
And as we said earlier, Yakuza Zero, Holly's been playing it. At some point in the future, we're going to have a video.
Hopefully this week.
It might be this week. It might be later on.
So let us know what we're shaping that video. So if there's anything you particularly want to know about Yakuza Zero, give us a shout and we'll try and include it.
And looking ahead to just like the rest of January, there are other exciting games on the horizon.
It's a busy start to the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Resident Evil 7, Biohazard.
I know.
You've got to get in there, man.
No, I can't. Too busy.
No,
I'm too busy. Did you not hear my New Year's resolution Shamir gave me?
Yeah, no, I don't think any of us are doing them. That's fine.
So there we are.
That's good. And what else? There is one other game.
The Sniper Elite 4, as we've already spoken about.
And you and I are going to play Neo soon as well. We're going to have some more Neo on the channel. And I hope we've got better at it because it's a challenging game. It is a challenging game.
It's very challenging. So there's lots actually. You get back in January,
a couple of weeks to wind up.
But it's like full speed ahead. There's lots of exciting games ahead. So please do let us know what you're looking forward to and what you'd like to see. We should give you a 301 Club challenge for next week.
Oh man, and it's Gravity Rush inspired, right?
Yeah.
And Gravity Rush is obviously a game about you can just control gravity and fall in any direction you'd like. Me and Dave had a really deep and meaningful conversation about what gravity, it's weird when you think about it. When you think about it, it is weird though. It can kill people. It's really full on. So what we want to know from you is, if you manage to get into 301 Club next week and you leave a comment, please put next to your comment a time when gravity has been unkind to you.
Yeah.
Right? A time when gravity caused you harm.
What's the worst thing gravity's ever done to you?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know, and we will see you next week to crown a new 301 Club king or queen who's suffered the worst, almost funny experience at the hands of gravity. Does gravity have hands? I don't know, I'm in too deep. Thank you for watching this week. Please do comment and let us know what you'd like to see this year, what you're looking forward to, and we will see you next week on Access Granted. Bye. That was my weird end.
Bye.